everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to show you some of the offline features that Cricut Design Space now has. So they did just roll out an update, and everyone who uses Design Space should have the offline features now. So if you haven't been on Design Space for a while, make sure you go in and let it update, because it is going to give you what you need to work offline. So once it updates, when you go into Design Space, it's going to show up with this new Set Up Your Machine mode, which that's been here for a little while now, but it's going to prompt you to do it again once you do the new update for the offline features. So you're going to go ahead and just click Next, and then up here where it prompts you, you're going to select your machine. Whether you use a Cricut Maker or if you use any of the Explore machines. So if you have the Cricut Explorer, the Explorer 1, the Explorer Air, or the Explorer Air 2, you would select that. Or if you have any color of the Cricut Maker, you're going to select Cricut Maker. So that's what I have. So I'm going to go ahead and select that. So once that's done, it kind of brings you here. Now this screen hasn't changed. It looks pretty similar to what it was before, but you're going to notice here under your projects, if you look, there's a new icon here. So all of these that have this computer next to it mean that it's saved for offline mode. And I'll show you, these are all recent saves of mine, which is why they saved automatically, but I'm going to show you how you can save them or how you can change them. So if you look here, so this right here, this little computer icon says it's saved for offline. But if you go to this one, it doesn't have it, which means I wouldn't be able to use that offline. So I'm going to go into view all of my projects here, and I'm going to show you how you can go into your previously saved projects and change them, and then I'll show you how you can create a new project and make it to where it can be used offline. So if we go right here, this is the first one that's not saved for offline. So if we click these three little dots here, which were there before, you can click that, and now it gives you the option to save your design for offline, like it says right here. See, little tutorial. Click on the little dots on any of your projects, and it's going to pop up this menu. You can edit, delete, or save for offline. So we're going to go ahead and click that. It's going to spin here. It's going to load. And then once that's done, you're going to see that computer icon. Now, you could go through and do this for all of your projects if you wanted. Now, also, something to remember is right now, I am online. I haven't gone offline yet, so if I were to go offline right this second, I could use these 4 projects and the images in these 4 projects. But that's what I would be limited to. So once this is done spinning and once this is saved, you can go through and you can do this for as many projects as you'd like. I have been using Cricut for a while, so I have quite a few. If you're brand new, most of your products are going to save for offline use automatically. So here it's saved now, and you're going to get your banner up top that says saved successfully. So I haven't done that. I don't use offline often. Normally, if I'm using my iPad or anything, I am still online, so that's not a big deal. But it kind of works just like it did on the iPad, where you would save things and you would download them for offline use prior to going offline. That's kind of how the Design Space offline features are going to work for the desktop version as well. So you can do it that way, and then you can come in here and you can go into a new project. So we're just going to go into images here. And we're just going to find something that we like. So we're going to go with this heart. So like I said, we're still online. So all of those images that you get when you're online showed up. So we're going to keep this here. And we're going to save it. Okay. We're going to save it as, we'll just say heart for offline. Just like that. And now when you save, it's going to come up with new options. So before, it would just save it. Whereas if you do use an iPad or a tablet or a phone, when you saved it like that, you could save it to the cloud, or you could save it just to that device. So let's say I was using my iPad. If I saved it just to that device, it's not going to show up on my desktop. So here, when you're using your desktop version, if you save it to cloud and computer, just like this says right here, it will automatically save a copy of your projects and those images for your offline use. So anytime you make a project, if you save it that way, it's automatically going to save for offline, so you don't have to go back in and change it if you think that you might lose your internet connection. So if you didn't want to do that, you can do cloud only, and that'll save it just like it was before. So we're going to select cloud and computer, and we're going to apply that there and let it save. So now it's saved, so I'm going to go back into my projects, and I'm going to look, and it should show, just like that, the little icon that says it is, in fact, saved for offline use. So something else you could do is you could go through here, and let's say, here we'll start a new project. Let's say you're going to make some Halloween cards. So we're going to go into our cartridges here, and you want to make Halloween cards, you want to add anything on the front, but you aren't sure exactly what image you're going to use. But let's say you're going on a road trip and you only have your laptop and you don't have internet in your vehicle. So we're going to search a Halloween cartridge here. Maybe. There we go. And we're going to go in and we're going to save all of the images from that cartridge. So let's go in this one. Let's say I wanted to have the option to use all of these when I'm offline, but I don't know which one in particular that I want to use. So what I'm going to do is I am going to put all of these into my canvas, and I'm going to simply save it as a project called Halloween Images for offline. So let them all load here. Here they are. So we'll save Halloween for offline. There we go. And now it's going to pop up with that option again. There we go. Look, Halloween saved for offline. So because I selected the save to cloud and computer, it's kind of my default now. So it's going to automatically save that. So here, look, we're saved for offline. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn off my Wi-Fi, just like this. So we're going to turn off my Wi-Fi here. Down here, disconnect. So now, look, you're going to get this pop-up. It says, looks like your connection was lost, but keep working. Only certain features and content will be unavailable. So now we can see here that these were those projects that I had that were saved for offline. So this right up here in the left-hand corner is new. It will show up that we are offline. And now I can still go in, and I can still, if I wanted to, just click make it on all of those Halloween images, and I can send it to my mat to cut. You can cut offline with anything that you have saved. So now it's ready to go. So I'm going to cancel out of that. And then I'm going to show you. So then we're going to go into images. So we are still offline. So we're going to, let's just grab something new here. And we're going to check out our images. Now you're going to notice that the only thing that's here are the images that were saved in my projects. When you're offline, you lose the ability to upload and you don't have your templates available. But any project that you have saved with any images in it, if you save it for offline use, you can use anything that's there, as well as your basic shapes like these. So here's all those Halloween images that I just saved. So now they're ready to go, and I can use them whenever I need to. So let's go ahead, and I'm going to reconnect down here. Connect here. Alright, so now we are back online, so the little orange banner over here disappears, and just like that, when you click on your images, you're going to go back into it, and you're going to have everything that would load when you're online. So here we go. So now what I want to do is I'm going to insert some stuff into my canvas here, and then I'm going to send it offline without saving it. And we're going to see if it will still let us. Here, let's just pick these three, insert those. So they are in there. We are still online. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kick it off real quick. And now keep in mind, we haven't saved these images, but they're on our canvas. So if I come here, disconnect, make sure we get our offline. There we go. Tells us we're offline. We're going to get the banner over here once this goes away. Yep, offline. And now I'm going to hit make it. So we didn't save it, but since we already put it on our canvas, we can still use those images offline. So we're offline. They were on our canvas when we were online, and it kicked us out. But because they were already there, we're good to go. So it'll let me save. Without saving, it'll let me still cut them because they were on here. So what I'm going to do now, so we could save this, we're good to go. So looking at this, we're going to go back, and now what I want to see is if they are in our images that were saved. So we're going to get rid of them. There they go. And we're going to go in images. Still offline, still here. And no. So if you're in your canvas and you have images on your canvas and you get kicked offline because they were already there, you can still cut them. But you do have to save them for them to show up on your offline images. So since we didn't save them, they're gone. So if we hit back or we deleted it, we wouldn't be able to get it back. So just keep in mind, anything that you think you might want to use offline, just save it right away and do that. So we're going to go back to our canvas here, and we're going to look at the fonts options. So we're just going to type hello. We're going to pull them up here. We are still offline. We're going to look at our Cricut fonts. So same thing with fonts. These are fonts that I used in the other projects, which is why that's what's available. Your system fonts will always be available because they're installed on your computer. They don't need Wi-Fi to be used. So if you do use Cricut fonts, it's going to be the same as anything else you did. So if you need to use a Cricut font offline, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to change it while you're online. Enter in some text with the new font, and then go offline after you've saved it, so that way it will change for you. So because these 3 fonts were used in other projects that were saved offline, that's why I can use them now. So as long as you save everything that you have while you're online to use offline, your options are pretty endless. It would take a long time to enter every single thing, but if you know that you're leaving and you're going to lose your connection, just go through and insert what you think you might use and just save it. Save it, and even if you don't use it, it still was an option and it was still there available for you to use offline. So, with that being said, if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. This is the new Cricut Design Space with the offline features. Everyone should have it now. They did just update today, I believe, and said that they have completed rolling out all the offline features. So go in, make sure you're updated, make sure you have it, and get to designing offline. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel for lots more videos in Design Space and some more awesome projects to come. Thanks for watching, guys.